What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Animation Revaluation Podcast, the number one podcast with the number one dumbest name. I am Lizer, and with me, as always, is Jay. What's up, bud?
Heyo.
Hey, yo. The reason I say that is because I had someone ask me today. It's like, hey, what's the name of your podcast? And I had to say it like 4 times to them. Like, I fucking hate the name of this show. It's so dumb. The fuck does revaluation mean? Oh.
Uh, I don't know. I thought it was kind of clever because me being a pseudo smartass. So it's like the re-evaluation, but also using the word evaluation. It's
Yeah,
just a re-evaluation.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. It
I mean,
doesn't
kind of.
sound terrible when you think about it.
Yeah, but when you gotta explain to people, and they're like, "How do you spell that?"
It's just,
Fuck, oh come
huh?
on.
It's literally evaluation with an
With an
R.
R, yeah.
Crazy.
Babe, wake up! Lizerville is streaming.
Eh,
Yeah, it's a pretty rare occurrence.
It's been 84
Yeah. How you been this week, bud?
Pretty good actually. It's been a roller coaster to say the least, but
Mm?
nothing negative actually.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's been a great week.
good to hear, man. I know we
Yeah.
we went on our little date.
Yeah. I'm not gonna question. I'm not gonna fucking deny it.
Why was it such a quiet like? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you, gay? Yeah.
In the words of Kanye West, he changed his name to Ye.
Yeah.
But
Romance.
what about you, Chief? And I know you've been working the last 3 days.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I've been working. I've been playing some Splatty Tune 3.
Whoa.
Yeah, shooting
How's
my
that going?
shooting my goo everywhere as
The
God intended.
goo has God intended. Yes, sir.
And now I'm ready to play some Gotham Knights.
Ooh.
And by ready, I mean dreading.
Oh.
Let's go.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Other
Okay,
than that, I was looking at like the Resident Evil showcase and Silent Hill showcase and shit, so I'm hype about that stuff.
I heard it was pretty good. I haven't seen it yet.
Which one?
It happened today, right?
What,
Or
Resident Evil?
no? Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. I haven't been on YouTube for like 2 days, so
They didn't show anything new. It was all stuff we knew already.
oh,
Yeah, just
disappointing.
more footage of the Rose DLC for 8 and
Oh.
more footage of the 4 remake.
Oh, okay. I mean that's not necessarily nothing, but something we already knew about.
Yeah, just more of it.
Yeah.
Some people were like, they're gonna fucking surprise drop 9. It's like, no, they're not.
That would have been funny though.
Just boom, there you go. It comes out
And like
tomorrow.
no explanation with the release date.
Downloadable only. Only available on cloud. No.
Nah. Alrighty.
Alright, yeah. You watched Engage Kiss, man. This was
Yes.
your pick. So you lead us in this one.
Alrighty. Um. Well, Engage Kiss, and I was a little thrown off by the name at first because I was like, this sounds weird, but as you watch it, it kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
We have our main character, is a Shu, and he's your not necessarily your kind of traditional um protag.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but he is a founder of a company. It's like a private military company is what they're kind of called now, or at least in this show, the INS or Isami and Shu, um, which is a which is basically a demon extermination company. It's unironically I didn't think I'd actually run into another one of these, to be honest. But um, but he is utterly broke. It's a sad broke.
Yeah, it's like not even like, haha, we're gonna make a joke about this. It's like, oh,
He's actually just broke.
I'm worrying. Like,
Yeah. Like no lights, stove no work. Um,
yet still order shit online.
yeah, I don't know how that works. I have no clue how that works. But our secondary protag is Kisara. Kisara is a demon, also contracted by Shu. Um, a little crazy,
Yeah, just a bit.
well, just a tad bit. Um, she's obviously obsessed with Shu here, but
Fucking yandere.
it's hilarious. Um, she is she goes to school. And I thought that was kind of that threw me off for a second, but we find out it's just, well, one, she was a demon. Two, this is her going to school is just to cover up. You know, it also just gives her something to do, I guess.
Just get a job.
She looks like a fucking high school student.
It's Japan. She can get a real good job.
You actually. um, but yes. Barren City has a quite a uh demon population, I'd say. Apparently they are very hostile. You know, they show how certain ones are different from ones like Kisara, but maintained in the same way as a pact still.
Mhm.
Um, like there is a kind of a demon that's just I forgot. It's the very first initial one, but like someone makes a pact and it's just like, all right, here you go. But they're all categorized in
Like letter grades.
letter grades, yeah. From D being like one of the lowest to like the least dangerous to A being the most dangerous.
But then they also have
Uh
grades beyond that, it seems,
yes.
because
But I
they
think
call her a
A,
super A.
yeah, she's yeah.
It's like, why not just say S? Like, that was
S,
such a
yeah.
dumb.
I
She's super A.
yeah. But Kisara, I'd assume, lives in the same house as Shu. She gets very pouty when the light bills and isn't paid. And, she works hard. She actually had like more money and actually paid the electric bill in the first episode. So I don't know. I got nothing.
I need me
I'll
one
be
like
honest.
that.
um, we'll get back to Shu. Shu used to work at a bigger company before he left to make his own. I believe it's a AAA Defender company, but after uh, a couple years, he left and started his own. So he's been on his own. He's been his own company for 2 years. Um, trying he goes to a cafe to meet with his ex-girlfriend.
What drama?
Crazy. Uh, this is Ayano. Ayano used to be, I believe, either his coworker or a boss of his. I don't remember at the moment. But basically
I think it was
he
like
made her
coworker, but like higher ranked.
hire. Yeah, it was something along that line.
Yeah. Plus her mom is the boss. So
Yeah, her mom's head honcho. But let's just say he made her pay for their lunch because she already knew he was broke.
yeah. He pulls out the wallet. He's like,
He's like,
spaghetti plus a sandwich. He's like, stop. You don't have anything in there.
you don't have. There's nothing in there. Um, but they have a conversation. She's really like strung up on his past, and Ayano's like, you really shouldn't be, but it's like it's fine because he's like, you know, he's the only one that can really decide his own, like he can define his past because a few, like when he was a kid at the very least, his father, there were like really bad like allegations like he was like partnered or pacted with a demon when he was a
Yeah.
kid, and he's been trying all his life to kind of refute that claim to prove that his father's innocent, and that's just his true like goal in life is just to defend his father's name. And apparently his father was the bomb diggity slice of demon extermination. He's like he's like best of the best. Yes, I said bomb diggity slice. Yes, I did.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know what this is sounding like?
Mm.
Fucking Devil May Cry. Like his dad is Sparta.
um but they leave the cafe. He gets back home, and there's like just raw veggies on the table, and Kisara is just sitting there in the darkness, very upset.
I made you dinner.
She's like, I made you dinner, and he's like, I already ate, and she's just even more upset.
Oh, I guess I wasn't needed. Hey, you smell like a woman. He's like,
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's like, damn, he didn't even sit down yet. It's just like,
come here, boy.
no.
Let me get a whiff.
But um, yeah, he kind of like he basically lies there and is just like, yeah, I just bumped into somebody.
Yeah, I was in the city all day.
Yeah. Um, and then like he ordered something and came in, and she's like, "What's that?" And he's like, "Where did all my money go?" And he's like, he told her how much it was, and it was how much like Kasara had made for the month.
Yeah, basically. She's like, oh, we can survive another month. He's like, oh, good thing, because I have this. It's cash on demand.
Once again, broke again.
Yeah. Road gang, let's go.
So for the interactions, or rather the different demon encounters that happen throughout the city, information is gathered, and between all of the extermination groups, they're basically held as companies, are called to an auction. They bid on um, they bid on the encounter, weighing the rank of the demon,
Mm-hmm.
the and any other extra um like
Side missions, basically. Like, do not destroy.
like stipulations, like
Yeah.
yeah, it's like extra, it's just extra conditions added to, like for this first one, it's basically in like a casino.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, it's in a casino, and they're like, hey, this is smack middle of the entertainment district. keep damages down to a minimum. We can't really, cover up anything that, if you destroy the building. And so
What was really
with
confusing about that is they were like, "Don't break the floor, because then the city will sink." I was like, "What do you mean by that?" And then later
what
they
do you
explain like it was an artificial city built like in the ocean.
in the
I was
ocean.
like, "What the fuck, bro? What do you mean the city will sink?"
But yeah, this is a supposed B ranked demon disaster. It's at a hotel actually, but they had a casino floor. I remember
Yeah,
that. Give me Persona vibes actually,
yeah, it
but
kind of did. Yeah,
um
even like the demon designs. Yeah, it's
yeah.
very like Persona style.
But the basically she had won the auction. Don't know how, but I'd assume that the auction money gets fucking pulled out of how much they get paid. Or about like
Yeah,
38K.
it's what they're charging to do the job. So whoever charges
Oh,
the least gets it.
oh, I
Yeah.
see.
So
See, I
he's
never caught that.
yeah.
But he just like super low balls it every
Yeah.
time.
It's like 35,000. Everyone's like 200,000 or something like that.
200,000, yeah. He's just getting barely enough to scrape by.
Bro, real talk though, I really wish that the auction, instead of it being like everyone silently on tablets just putting numbers in, I wish it was like a real life auction where the dude's like talking fast. It's like, let me get 35, 35, let me get 50, 50. Just go on once, go on twice. Like, I would have loved that shit.
But it would be sold to the lowest bidder though.
Yeah,
It seems like,
yeah,
because I'd only assume the city could only give so much money.
yeah. Especially since they're trying to
Um,
cover up the fact that there are demons.
yeah, exactly. And like people are dying. Um,
It was a gas leak. He has a bullet hole in his head. It was a gas leak.
I'd imagine those cover up stories go crazy. Um, but um, yeah, she ends up winning um the auction with a bid of like 39,000, and he got help from Ino and help of the AAA Defender Company, and
Yeah.
she's not too happy. She wasn't the happiest about it, but she was happy to help at the very least.
Bro,
But I'd
I
also,
think she was happy. I think she's just like a tsundere.
yeah, she's like, you know what, this is fine. It's like you can bring me along, I guess.
I'd do anything for you. I mean, no.
um, but they get underway. It seems like a little out of hand, and Kisara is like kind of like at her limit, basically, or between Ayano and Shiu. They're getting like surrounded on all sides. Kisara comes by and is just like, huh, well, this is okay, I guess, and starts going to town.
Yeah.
Then she gets close to Ayano. She's like, wait, I've smelt this. Like, what the?
Yeah.
She's like, all right, I know it was you. And then like, I think the most like intriguing part of this fight was Kisara and Ayano going back and forth. They're killing the minor demons, but they're also trying to hit
Yeah,
each
like they're
other.
aiming at each other and then they would dodge and there would be a demon there.
Yeah, I was like, huh. And she was just like, what the fuck's happening here?
Can you not?
Literally trying to kill each other in the
Yeah.
middle of a job. But yes, how Kisara gets like the rest of her power. Remember how I told you the name of this was very confusing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it cleared up after this scene. Basically, Kisara's like, yeah, 3 days. It's been 3 days since like, I've been at full strength, and we're supposed to do it this way. And she immediately just kisses him and is just like, you know what? And she just starts taking it herself. She's just like, I want this. This is what I wanted now. We need to get this done. And it was very aggressive.
Yeah, you as the viewer are like, "Oh."
It was just super aggressive.
Yeah, oh, okay.
I was like, all right, cool,
Like this is
cool.
what. Oh.
Oh.
Why is there a tooth?
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. And I was like, where did that come
He
from?
just spits up a tooth, bro.
I have no clue. It's not his.
No.
I don't know where it comes from, but every time this happens and she goes into like, her full powered form is just like, here's a tooth. And like there was a point where he had multiple of them.
Yeah.
And like loading it into a fucking sniper rifle. I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. And then like, or he'll load it into his fucking pistol,
Or just throw it with his
or
hand.
just throw it. Yeah, and I was like, okay, cool. And I'd assume that this is like, these like these individual like teeth are strong enough to pierce through like whatever at this point, because it's like it'll pierce into the demon, and then either one of the two would end up like pushing it further in,
Yeah.
and that would just kill the demon outright.
It's
But it was
like
always like a workup to it.
it's like putting a stake through a
A
vampire's
stake.
heart.
Yeah. I don't hope they get like a fucking. Oh, she also throws a fit about um wanting a spare key,
Yeah.
because that was the whole point of the contract. It's like the proof of the contract was just a spare key, and he was like, "Why did you even need one? You can literally go through the door," and he didn't
Yeah.
understand.
Like that's how she gets in originally to cook. He's like, why do you need a spare key? You can just walk through walls. It's like
He
that's not
didn't
the
get it.
point.
Yeah, he didn't get it. But like they end up killing the demon, getting outside of the building because it starts collapsing,
Mm.
and then they're like, "Oh shit!" And like take a look around, like the first floor is just fucking demolished,
Can't have
and
shit
it
in
starts
Detroit.
crumbling. Starts crumbling, rushes out, and we get to actually see how fast and actually how strong Kisara is,
Yeah.
like on her own. Like there was just like a bunch of rubble, and it was gone within a millisecond and turned into sparkles.
Turned into sparkles.
Bro, that shit was shining. But yeah, they get paid, but not as
Oh
fast
yeah.
as I.
Like payment
Cause
should
he's
be in
like, we get
tomorrow.
it.
She's like, no, government payments go in the next month. Oh.
He was just very upset.
I was like, how does she know more about that than you?
um,
Also, why is the like demon killing squad so okay with working with a demon?
she's built. They can't kill her.
She's built different.
Yeah.
David Martinez 2022. Yeah.
Yeah, that's to say it. But yeah. Um, this is just like a not a filler episode, but um, kind of just it like kind of just opens with she just like passed out in bed. She opens the door, sees him asleep, and she's just like, strip, take selfie,
Yeah.
and then tweets it. I
Dude,
was
what
just like,
I love the little detail that she has this like account that she's tweeting these pictures of them on, and she states, "I only have one follower." And
like,
then the
yeah,
next episode, you see who the follower
who
is.
the follower is, and
it's,
it's
it's
oh my
fucking
god,
Ayano.
it's I know.
He's like, "Why do you follow her?" Doesn't get an answer. Just like, explain this.
He had no clue. He was
Yeah, he
fighting a
was
losing
knocked out,
battle.
bro. He
He
was
was fighting a
asleep.
losing battle. I don't blame him though. It's not his fault. Um,
Please, I'm just trying to live my life.
literally. But yeah, he'll use but you know, um, when they get paid, he's just gonna use the money for yeah. It's just like the next month, the money comes in. again, this is like the bare minimum, and they're still really broke.
Yeah.
Kisara, it's like on her way to school, and it's just like, damn, it's really time for me to be a secret girlfriend, and goes on a whole tangent, and like I'd assume like some other, it's like other students that go to school with her or friends of hers, and it's just like they're like, they see that she has like a bandaged wrist, and was like, is your boyfriend like abusing you? And
Is
it's
he
just like,
beating
yeah,
you? And she
and
never
it was
denies it. She's like, no, he's really sweet.
that's like set off a red flag in my head
Yeah.
just from hearing that, and I was like, I don't think that's the way that that's supposed to be presented, but
Not once does she deny it. She's like, he's usually sweet. I was like, usually?
it's like, huh?
Bro, my
um
headcanon is she's trying to make it so that other girls won't be attracted to him because they think that he's an abuser. That way she can have
so,
him.
that's not like too far out there, especially for her.
Yeah.
um Sorry, I took a drink of water.
Yeah, yeah.
um but yeah, um then I think it's like their student president for their school pops up.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he was just like, you should probably break up with your boyfriend and go out with me. They beat.
I'm the student council president. All of your problems are my problems. My dad is the mayor. It's like, fuck off.
But yeah, um, basically the it's like Mikhail.
Yeah, he's like part Russian.
Yeah, I was just like, okay,
Anyway, next
but
character.
yeah, but he just invites them to a party. I
Yeah.
think it's like the same night or something like that. And he's like going on a whole tangent, and they all got on the train
They
while he
loved
was
his ass.
yeah.
Even the girls were like, he's really cute and popular and he has money and all that, but you talk to him for 5 seconds and none of that
That's
matters
it.
anymore.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys are good. I like these girls.
Um, she recognizing that he's made a fault and thought he was getting paid acts as Ayana for a second contract to do
Yeah,
something in the meantime for him
yeah,
so he
side
can get
jobs.
by. Yeah, and it gets revealed. She saw the tweet. She's Kizar's one follower and was just like, "What's this? What
Explain
is
yourself.
this?"
My man's was
Uh,
literally sleeping, didn't even know that picture existed.
nope, not at all. He's like, "I have no clue what you're talking about." Um, they alert danger at this party because they want to cancel it. Um, because there's a high chance of a demon disaster. Um,
Demon mentioned something about like they're silencing us. They're silencing you
yeah.
too. Oogity
Yeah, baby.
boogity.
But this party is really straightforward. It's like starts off normal, and a demon shows up obviously because we were just like, well, it's no surprise. No shit happens at a party. But they chase down this demon, and the demon's like, um,
Bush did 9/11. He's just like,
he mentioned something about like Shu's family, like his past,
yeah.
and he's like, what do you mean by that? But Shu seemed like really unfazed, but Kisaru was just like really upset, like she knew like about Shu's past,
Yeah.
and it was just like, okay, and then he like tries to get away. He's like, well, I need something for this, and calls up fucking Amazon or Baron City Express. The truck comes, fucking whips the shit out of the demon into a wall, and is just like, here's your package, and he's like, well, and then looks at the demon like just fucking deceased in the wall. It's like,
Yeah,
I don't think we're gonna need it
yeah.
anymore.
Kind of handled the job for me.
Thank you. That he got isekai'd.
Truck no.
Check it. That driver is just listening to Tokyo Drift.
Dude, the driver's my favorite character.
It's like, hey, you guys see? Like nothing happened.
Like, you just
Um,
committed murder, man. It's like, but I got your package to you on time.
uh, third episode. Um, say, kind of someone who's just stealing from, like a power plant, basically. It's like the special core,
Oh
and
yeah,
they were
it's the
getting like
Mothra
chased
episode.
down. Yeah. It's like they were like chasing down this guy. The guy had like a phone in his hand. He was seemed like he was talking to someone. And when he kind of like got like when he fell, he was like in the midst of trouble. He was like, "All right, I give fucking do it, do whatever you need to do." And he's like, "Give me the strongest shit you got." And like the phone glows and he's like, "As you wish." And fucking it just goes white. And then it flashes to just a fucking caterpillar. It's like stuck to a fucking utility pole over the plant, and it's just like, the fuck is that? I was like, if I know anything about caterpillars, that shit's gonna fly sooner or later. But this is also like kind of really quick and straightforward episode, really.
Yeah.
Given there's a job to be done, you know, Shu and Kisara come through. I know tries her best, but doesn't really work out because Shu lost the bid initially, or he won the bid initially,
Oh yeah, and then
and
they were
then
like, "Hey, it has a
something got
power core."
changed. Yeah, it has like a week's worth of electricity in it, so things have changed,
Yeah.
and he loses out on the bet on the auction. INO's company picks it up. Um,
Still uses him as like backup though.
yeah, because it gets brought up that he's the best. Is it like a demon executioner in the city,
Yeah.
basically? It's like this whole city depends on him, whether they know it or not. And it gets proven. Uh, the caterpillar starts flying and shit, shooting lasers. I was just like, oh, okay, cool.
Shooting lasers.
I was like, all right, cool, cool, cool. This is nice. Um, but yeah, we kind of get to see, when Kisara goes full into her full powered state after sharing a kiss with Shu, uh, Shu loses some of his memories,
Yeah.
and he leaves like writing and stuff like on his hands because he doesn't know exactly what he'll lose or what memory he'll lose, and just kind of goes from there.
We actually
But
kind of got a hint of that in the episode before.
in the first one, and we got it. No, it was the second one, yeah,
Yeah, where the guy's
because he
like,
didn't
"Oh,
remember
my
something.
daughter."
So
He's like, "You have a daughter." He's like, "You lived with me for like 2 years. You're joking, right?" And haha, yeah, it was just a joke. And I'm just like, "Oh, that's not a good
oh,
sign."
yeah, something's not right here. But this is where it gets fully revealed because he has like writing on his hand, you know, make sure the objective's clear.
Yeah. I think
But
he just put like aim at Kisara or something like that.
yeah. And after they share the kiss, these teeth appear. Had multiple of them this time.
Yeah.
But yeah. Uh they get they take it down. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Really. 4 and 5. These two are two parters actually.
Yeah.
Um one demon over the course of these 2 episodes, but a lot of interaction happens between Kisara, Shu, and Ayano, with Ayano, struggling with her feelings because again, ex-boyfriend. She doesn't really like Kisara that much because she knows Kisara is doing something to him, or it's just the idea that Kisara is a demon.
Both.
Or both, yeah. But they kind of have a sit down, kind of share a meal, and Kisara kind of explains everything to her. So now Ayano kind of knows everything of what's been going on.
Mm.
And it's like, yeah, he's been losing his memories, but he's only really cared about this one goal of his, and I'm gonna help him do it. And that's that. And there's like a previous episode where they meet in a park.
Oh, the jogging thing.
Was it? Yeah, it was with no, it was with the no, it was when they met in the park when he asked her to come out, and he didn't remember the dress that Ayano was wearing, but Kisara did. It was the first. It was the first. It was the dress that Ayano had worn on their first date.
Oh.
And he didn't remember. That's how she knew something was
And
off.
apparently neither did I.
It's a very minor detail, but I just found it very important.
Yeah.
Because it was what that's why Ayano had worn it when he asked her to come meet her, because she was like, I'm busy at work, and he's like, what are you doing dressed for work like that?
Whore.
But the demon for these 2 episodes, I don't even know how to describe
The
it or
most
describe
interesting
it.
one thus far.
Yeah, because this one had like a direct just like a direct it's just a targeting. It's a direct target towards Ayana.
Yeah.
The entire over the span of the last half of the 4th episode and the entirety of the 5th. It was just after Ayana the entire time.
Going into mirrors and shit.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
Nobody could look at her because her reflection could pop up in their eyes.
In the eyes. Reminds me of the stand.
Kinda,
But
yeah.
it's one of the stands from part 3. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it was hiding in reflections and shit. And that was a problem. But let's just say things got real hot and heavy in episode 5 for the most part, because Ayano was like, I understand what you're going through, but this will be the last time that um I'll probably stop you from achieving your dream and what you want to do, because she's been like a major stickler. Like, she's like, you don't have to do this anymore, but
Yeah.
she's realized that she was like, I want to do this for myself. I want to get this done. I'm willing to do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
And she covers his eyes, and they kiss twice, and then it fades to black. That's all I'm gonna say. But
Say more.
no, I
Say,
refuse.
do it. Bruh. Bruh. Cheeks were clapped. Cheeks were absolute. They had the fucking the dripping effect and everything. Fucking, they put that shit in. They were like, nah, there's no mistaking this.
Nah, actually, they pointed this out
Yeah,
heavily, like detail and
tights
everything.
discarded on the floor. My
He's like
guy didn't
clothes on the
even. Yeah, he didn't even finish getting dressed before the
No,
demon
he
came
still
out.
had the demon showed up and was like, sup. But they basically, she and Ayano had a really nice moment together, and Kisara wasn't happy about it
Nah,
at
she
all.
came out swinging
She
though.
knew. Yeah, she knew.
She got cucked.
She's very upset about it. had the most aggressive kiss I think I've seen in this anime so far.
She also headbutt
And
her.
oh yeah.
Just give him my gun. I don't have it. It's too reflective.
But so is Shoe's gun.
Yeah.
Headbutt.
Headbutt. Fatality.
But yeah. Kisara does her thing. She's fucking broken as shit. And
Yeah.
fucking massacres the demon, like while she's like vanishing into like a storage unit. Just a crate. It wasn't even reflective. She was just like, I'm gonna go into this,
Yeah.
which defeated the whole purpose of like, the reflective surface. Like she was coming out of puddles and shit. I was like, okay, that's fine, because it's a reflection. She went into the storage unit. I was like,
You're not
what?
allowed to do that.
It's
It's against the
breaking the rules of
rules.
your own, breaking the rule of your own power. What?
The fuck? Excuse me,
But
ma'am.
I think that just wraps up 5 though. There's just a lot of action,
Do you
to be
think that
honest.
Shu actually forgot that he slept with Ayano, or was he just like playing?
Uh, I think I think he forgot because it seems that things he can forget things within a couple of moments.
Yeah, but it seems
So
like Kisara kind of has some influence on what he forgets as well.
like she can pick and choose
Yeah,
what
maybe not fully,
maybe
but she definitely has influence over it.
maybe
Um,
because
but I
again
did
it
like
was
that.
like the dress on the first date
Yeah,
kind of thing.
I
Because
did like how before Ayano got her cheeks clapped. Um, she's saying like I'm not gonna interfere anymore, blah blah blah, and then later on, Kisara is like, why are you here? You said you weren't gonna interfere. And she's like, well, he doesn't remember any of that because you took his memories away. So it's almost like I didn't say it, so it doesn't count anymon.
we're just
It's like,
playing. We're just playing mental gymnastics.
yeah, I was like, that's some fucking childish shit, bro. It's like, oh, I'm here for it.
It's like damn. But overall, pretty good watch.
Yeah,
Definitely what I was expecting, though. To be honest,
it's very short.
it was very short. It's very short, like
When I saw it was 9
5 episodes.
episodes, I was like, oh, it's incomplete, and then they were like, no, it's complete. It's just 9 episodes.
It's like
Like, oh,
that. That feels wrong
yeah.
on several occasions.
And apparently there's a game too.
Well, I might have to check that out.
I don't know if it's an adaptation or a sequel or what.
I couldn't tell you. I'll probably look it up later.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. I guess give your thoughts.
I didn't think I had actually. So I heard about this and I was like, and I think I forgot about it because I think I was just like kind of bum rushed by like all the other stuff coming out when this kind of came out
Mm-hmm.
and keeping up with that. But I'm kind of glad I didn't. I put it on a list and scrolled through it and found it and was like, I could watch this.
Yeah.
But action packed. I do like the characters, the interactions between all the different companies, the characters, Shu and Kisara being uh the Andre that she is and doesn't want to admit it. Um, I didn't see anything I hated.
Yeah.
So overall, I give this a solid 7.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not the greatest thing I've seen, but also not the worst thing I've seen. I think I know what the worst thing I've seen so far is, and I don't want to talk about
Is it something we've reviewed?
it. Yes, yes, it
Yeah, I
is.
think I know what it is. Oh, maidens.
Oh God, I've never seen an anime make me so uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
Never
um,
been.
as for me, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, this wasn't the best thing I've ever seen. It's not the worst. Uh, kind of,
Animation was nice though.
yeah, kind of predictable in things that were happening. Um, like the storyline is original, yet somehow I feel like I've seen this exact show before, and that
Mm,
might just be because it's like the same guy who did like Data Live,
Data Live.
so it has
Yep.
like similar things happening in it. Um, but still like enjoyable. Like I was able to pass the time. I watched most of it today, honestly, because I was busy with work. Um, like I'm
Freaking
not bored
boy.
with it at all though. Like I could see myself finishing all 9 episodes and being satisfied with that. So yeah, I'd probably give it a 7 as well. Yeah.
Nice.
So
Not a bad watch.
nothing groundbreaking, but still fun. Yeah. Anything you want to say before I introduce the next thing?
I was right about Kisara being my favorite at first glance, but I'm kind of okay with Aino's mom
Oh yeah, let me show her.
before.
Gotta show the milf. Also, the fact that we don't get the nun in the first 5 is kind of
Yeah,
annoying.
that made me physically aggressive,
Yeah,
but
you know what? I'm gonna downgrade it to a 6. Just for that. I did kind of get spoiled on who she was though, just from looking up pictures, and I was like, oh okay.
oh,
Not a big spoiler. It was like, oh okay.
okay, cool.
All right. So for next week, I wanted to do something we haven't really done before. I don't know how well this is gonna work out. So usually when we do this podcast, there's been very few times where I've requested we like watch an entire series or like more than 5 episodes. You know, I try to generally keep it in that limit of 5. I want to do a series overview of a show
Hmm.
that I really like. And it's a show that I don't feel like a lot of people gave a chance because of like stuff surrounding it and just general outlook on things.
Right.
Uh, but I'm not gonna make you sit there and watch like a bunch of seasons of this show because I think there's like 6 seasons, a movie, and then a mini series. So what I'm going to do is give you handpicked episodes that I feel like are important for the main series, and then we will watch the movie and maybe an episode or two of the miniseries. And what this is Steven Universe. Do you have any history with this show?
Yes.
Oh, you've seen it.
Not a lot, but yes, I have.
Okay. Have you seen like the original?
Like the first season?
Yeah, like when he's a kid.
Yes.
Okay, that's usually the one that people see a little bit of that and they're like, okay, this is weird. I'm not gonna watch this. But they have that. I think it's like 6 seasons or 5 seasons or something, and you get to see like this kid grow
Uh,
from like wacky to like, oh, this is kind of serious. Then you get the movie, which
ye-
is kind of a time skip, and then the mini series. So I'll pick and choose like a couple important episodes. I'll probably make a playlist,
mhm.
or I don't know. I don't know how, because usually we allow people to like watch along with us. So I'll put up maybe on Twitter like this is the episodes we're gonna be watching. Of the main series, definitely gonna be watching the movie, and then maybe a couple episodes, maybe like the last 2 or 3 episodes of the miniseries,
Okay.
and get your ideas. Get your thoughts on it.
To be fair, when I saw when you put it up initially, the theme song played in my head.
That's
I've
one
heard it that
thing.
much.
Yeah, that's one thing that the show has is like really fucking catchy music.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
down.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see you next week for the Steven Universe series.
Steven, you.
Yeah. Catch you guys then. Bye bye.
Bye bye.